First of all, we will write the basic HTML. So we have the doc type HTML, opening and closing HTML tags, opening and closing head tags, and we have the title tags. Let it set to be block and inline elements. Also we have opening and closing body tags. Now what is an block element? In HTML, a block element is an element that always starts from a new line and it takes up the entire width of the page, and the other element starts after the block element will always starts from a new line. Some of the commonly used HTML block elements are div tag and the heading tags, the form tags and the paragraph tags, and so on. We will talk about the form tag in the next form video. So let us go ahead and create a heading tag h1 and set to the content as heading h1, and you can see at the output side it is taking up the entire width. Similarly, another block element is the paragraph tag, and it also takes up the entire width and starts from a new line. So you can see the output, the paragraph starts at the new line after the heading tag and takes up the entire width. Similarly, we have the div tag, and we will talk about the div tag in the little part of this video. And similarly, the horizontal line tag that is used to create a horizontal lines, and the form tag which is used to create the forms, and we will talk about the form tag in the form tag video. And the list tags like the unordered list tags and the ordered list tags or the definition list tags. We will talk about the list tags in the list video. The another block element is the pre-formatted tag. Like if we write hello world, and you can see it takes up the entire width as well as block code tag block code tag. Block code tag also takes up the entire width of the page. Like this is a block code. You can see it takes up the entire element. Now we are going to talk about the inline elements. These elements are those HTML elements that are not always starts from a new line, and they takes up the only required amount of width depending upon their content. And commonly used inline elements are the span tag and the formatting tags like the bold tags, italic tags, underline tags, and so on. So let's go ahead and create a span tag. This is a span tag content. As you can see, the span element is an inline element and it is taking up the width equal to the content. As I mentioned before, the inline element always takes up the required amount of width equal to their content. Similarly, if we have a paragraph, let's say this is a, and we have a bold tag which is an inline element. So in this example, we have a paragraph. This is a bold tag. And you can see we have the inline element, the B tag. So if we look to the output, the width of the element is equal to the width of the content. Similarly, we can create some more inline elements using some more inline element tags. Like we have a paragraph and we create an inline element using the italic tag. So this, and then we create another inline element using the underline tag or the u tag is, and we can also use the strong tag to create the another inline element, and likewise we can also use the code tag to create inline elements sample. And let's say the em tag is paragraph. So we can see the output. We have some inline elements inside the paragraph tag. So let's talk about the grouping of HTML into block groups and inline groups using the div tag and span tags respectively. So in HTML we have used the div tag to create a block group, that is a group that starts from a new line and takes up the entire width. Using the span tag we can create inline group which doesn't takes up the entire width. It takes up the width equal to the content. So let's go ahead and create a block group. So let us go ahead and create a block group using the div tags. Now we can set the id as well as the class attribute to the opening div tags. So let us say we give this opening div tag as a class attribute and we will set it to the value, let us say, container. Are giving to this div a class container. So let's go ahead and give it a class container. Now inside this opening and closing div tag we can also include the other HTML elements. So let us say we have another div and we are giving it a class header. We are creating another div and giving it a class header. So now we can see this div having class container and inside this we have having another div having class header. Now this div having class container is a parent element and this div having class header is an child element, and this is called the nesting of the elements. Similarly, inside this header div we can also have more HTML elements. Let us say we set the value to the heading h1, and similarly we can create more divs. Let us say we give this div a class page content, and inside this div let us say we have a paragraph hello world, and we create another div having class footer and we create a paragraph, let us say this is a footer. Now this is a footer. Now we have a parent div having class container, and it has three child elements or three child divs which are block elements. So we have this div class having header, another div having class page content, and third div having class footer, and each of them div are having their child elements. Like for example, div class having header is having a child element h1. This div is having a paragraph as its child element, and this div is having its child as a paragraph hello world, and this div class footer has having child paragraph as this is a footer. So we are nesting the HTML elements and we are creating a parent-child tree. Now let's talk about the inline groups in HTML. We use the span tag to create inline groups, and let us go ahead and create a block group using a div, and let us give this a class container. Now inside this div, which is a block element, let us create a paragraph. Let's set this is this, and then we create an inline group using span. So we create a span tag, and let us say the is content is. Let us say we make the word sample as bold using the b tag, which is inside the opening and closing span tag. Now after the closing span tag, we write the paragraph. So as you can see, this paragraph is a block element, and inside this paragraph we have a span tag creating an inline group, and inside this span element we have another inline element, the b tag. So we are nesting the inline elements inside the another inline element, inside a block element, inside a block element. So this b element or the b bold element is a child of this span element, which is child of this paragraph, which is in a return is a child of this div class container. If you find this video interesting, then give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.